But an Australian come good, Tasmanian-born Mary Donaldson. She's now the Queen of Denmark, as has been proclaimed overnight. Caroline, it wasn't quite the coronation of King Charles, but have you been sucked into all the hype here?
Well, of course, I've been sucked into all the hype. I mean, that's the stupidest question you've ever asked, Caleb. And look, to be fair, this was a proclamation which in a sense, was more akin to the ceremonies that King Charles went through in the days after his mother passed away, as opposed to the coronation. Also, not very long to prepare, and an absolutely stunning job was done. You can just imagine people working around the clock. The designer who did Mary's dress had 14 days to make that dress. So everything was done, I suppose, in a very short period of time. And in that, beautiful and traditional and elegant, but also in that very pragmatic Scandinavian style that the Danes have, I thought it was an excellent display. What I really loved was just the crowds, the people, the waving of the flag, the thankfulness of the Danish people for their queen who had just abdicated, and the hope for the future. None of the black armband stuff that we had to deal with in relation to the British coronation. It was such a warm and gracious event. I thought it was absolutely stunning.
Well, you've always got to celebrate Aussies taking over the world, I reckon. Just while we're on the monarchy, former Labor Senator Olympian Nova Peris in The Australian today, she said that Australia won't become a republic if there is a no campaign that stands in the way of it. And more or less, there shouldn't be a referendum unless there is bipartisan support for the proposal. She's not wrong, Gemma.
No, I don't think she's wrong at all. I think we know that in general terms, referenda are very difficult to get across the line without a bipartisan approach. But so it's funny that this should come up, her comments should come up, because I found myself reflecting on that last week with the news that Mary Donaldson would become Queen, etc. And I just feel like most Australians look at the system we have and go, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Like, there is no practical need for Australia to become a republic. It is, I think, respectfully, the ego project of a few sort of vested interest people who, for whatever reason, think Australia should become a republic. More power to them for having that view. But our nation, in case they haven't noticed, is facing significantly greater challenges with significantly greater day-to-day impact on families and businesses, and I just think it's a vanity project of sorts that doesn't have any pragmatic implications for our self-determination going forward.
Of course. I mean, republic sounds great until you consider the fact that we could well end up with President's bandana man. I'm not even going to mention his name, but we all know who I'm talking about. Gemma Tognini, Caroline De Russo, thank you so much for your time tonight.
Thanks.